So what do I do if I get COVID? Okay, I've had a number of people reach out and ask me this question over the last 2 weeks, I think. And for those of you who don't know me, my name is Belinda, just brain fart just then. And I actually help people build healthy, strong immune systems so that they can recover from sleeping issues, energy issues, hormonal imbalances, autoimmune problems, thyroid issues, and so much more. And I've had a couple of clients and followers actually reach out and say, hey, I've just tested positive, or my family member has tested positive, or my son has tested positive. What do we do to support our system to the best of our ability? And Belinda's on. Hello, Belinda. She says, hi, Belinda. How funny is that? And Lana's on as well. So just say hello and let us know where you're coming in from. Because that actually helps us know who's looking, right? Who's watching, who's viewing. You know, don't be scared to say hello. Like, don't hide in the background. Anyway. So what can we actually do to help support our immune system? Because there are numerous things that have been, flagged and sent my way to say, oh, this is good for COVID support. And I actually disagree with a lot of them. And there are very good reasons as to why. So quite often we get told that we should be supplementing zinc, we should be supplementing vitamin D, we should be supplementing vitamin C. What else do they say? Put them in the comments down below. What else have you heard that you should be supplementing when you're trying to prevent viral infections or help improve our immune system when we're, fighting off viruses? Okay, so what ones have you been told down below? Because I want to clarify which ones are actually helpful and which ones aren't, because there are some that are helpful, but then there's some that are not. Okay, and it can be very important to know the difference, and where they actually come from is actually an important thing as well. Are they synthetic? Are they natural? Have they been sourced in overseas? Where have they been sourced? Okay, because we want to make sure that we are actually supporting the body the correct way, because a lot of these things that we say are good for the immune system, or that society says is good for the immune system, actually is not. Okay, and it actually decreases how well the immune system works. And yeah, I know, right? That's mind-blowing. Where vitamin C can disrupt the immune system. Yeah, it can, especially if it is ascorbic acid based. Vitamin D, hold on, I was told that vitamin D is really good for the immune system. It is, when it's made the correct way. If it is a supplement, it tends to be cholecalciferol, which is actually something that unbalances the body. Okay, zinc. Why am I supplementing zinc? I've been told that zinc is important for the immune system, and it is. But we don't add these things without knowing what our body actually needs. Okay, shouldn't we actually look at some results or tests or hair samples or whatever to make sure that our body actually needs that? Or maybe we're actually getting it from nutrition. So, it's kind of like, what do they say? Putting the cart before the horse. And, that can be a big problem, because we may not be actually doing our body the right. We may be doing our body an injustice. Sorry, my words are getting muddled. We might be doing our body an injustice when we just go and, try all these supplements and hope that one of them is going to help us. And that can be a really big problem. Okay, so I'm going to read out some of these comments here. Now, I have considered this. Now, you can tell me whether this is something that's going to be helpful to you. Over 12 months ago, I ran a Bulletproof Your Immune System program. I think it was like 28 days or 26 days. I can't even remember. I think it might have been 21 days. I can't remember. But maybe if people are open and wanting to know how they should really support their immune system, I could open that pre-recorded program back up for a discounted price. I don't even know how much I used to charge for it. If you did that program, I don't know if anyone's on here live who did it, then let me know, and Yeah, no, it was very cheap. I think it was like $100 or something. So, you know, if you want to do that challenge, then feel free to let me know, and I'm more than happy to open the doors back up to that, just so that, you know, you have the basics. This is something that I actually work on with people all of the time. We run a 12-month program, and we have weekly calls, and we do lots of different things in our 12-month program, but that may not be for everyone. And if you just want to know, you know, what you should actually be doing, like bare bones minimum, something that everybody should be doing, then maybe we could look at, you know, opening up that pre-recorded program for people who want to do that. I don't know. Anyway, that's an idea. I'm going to run through the comments here just to see what other people have heard is good for you, and I can, you know, I'm turning the camera here. I can give you a quick yay or nay here. Now, I'm not going to go into depth here because I would be here literally for hours explaining this stuff, and that's what we kind of do on our weekly calls with the group program. Quercetin is the first one that Alana has said. Yes, quercetin is good, but it's actually in broccoli, it's actually in cabbage, it's in a few other things, and it's actually something that probably shouldn't be supplemented. It is actually an appetite suppressant, which can help, you know, help the body lose weight, and that's one reason why people actually use quercetin. But yeah, it is helpful when it comes in the right forms. Now my phone is turning again. Yira's on. Hello, Yira. Omega what is the question, okay? Because there's so many different omegas, and when they're not in the right balance, that can be a bit of a problem as well. Because, you know, when we're getting things in the right quantities and not getting things isolated, it's actually better for the body because the body knows what to do with it. Lana's got lots of good ideas here. Black seed oil. Black seed oil is actually really fantastic for you, so that one gets a thumbs up. Belinda says, I just covered these. Vitamin C, Z, and D and zinc. And yes, they can be helpful when we get them in the right sources. Okay, so feel free to use the search bar up above. And I have done plenty of videos on these in the past to explain, you know, the how, why, and what. Colloidal silver. Lana's got lots of good ones here. Colloidal silver actually disrupts certain mineral balances in the body and may not be the best thing. Selenium, yes, Brazil nuts are great for selenium. Ivermectin, yep. We actually do, before all of this got announced, you know, and they were saying how ivermectin is good for, you know, helping with COVID, we actually use ivermectin in some of our protocols to remove, oh my gosh, my words aren't working, not worms, parasites. Yeah, it's, you know, and they don't really use it here in Australia that much, and it can actually be quite difficult to get hold of. And it is a drug, so it does come with side effects, so you have to be aware of that. It's not something you should just be like taking willy-nilly. You really need to do some research as to dosage and how long you should be taking it for. It's not just, you know, something that we should be taking just like zinc, just like vitamin D, just like vitamin C, all of those things. We need to know what's going in the body before we jump into, you know, just taking random things. What else have we got here? Luke's on. Hello, Luke. Melatonin. Now, this is actually an interesting one. Our body actually makes melatonin, and it's actually a hormone. So synthetically, it's probably something that we actually should avoid. I know that a lot of natural doctors and naturopaths tend to recommend it, but once again, we want to bring the body back into balance. And when the body is back in balance, it actually makes melatonin correctly the way it should, so that we can actually sleep at nighttime. There are certain things that we have in our environment that actually disrupt melatonin, so we need to be aware of those as well. And we talk about that in the programs that I run, or on private consultation calls as well. Who else is on? Nandia's on. Hello. Hopefully I've said that correctly. Hello, lovely. there is no link to, no share to click. Okay, I'm not sure what that is. I'll have to touch base with you in a second. Lana says green tea extract. Yeah, green tea is actually pretty healthy for you. Brazil nuts. Yes. Love Brazil nuts. Awesome. Yep. My Omega is a super fish oil in double strength. Yeah, and that's a good place to start. There are actually some other omega oils that are probably there are some that are really, really good, and some that, you know, they could be better. And it's like, you know, do you spend your money on the more expensive one, or do you go the cheaper one? It's, you know, a bit of a way up. I always there's two brands that I actually recommend people take that are really good quality, but they are expensive. So quercetin is kind of more natural. You can get supplemental quercetin, but it's not something that we should be taking on a regular basis. And I've just touched the screen, so the color's gone funny now. Maybe everyone can see that. Maybe it's just me. Yep. Betadine with water to gargle. I'd have to look at that one. Quercetin helps zinc go into the cells. Yep. Russian doctor said melatonin is needed during COVID, not to have cytokine storm. Yeah, so there are different perspectives on that, but when the immune system is actually functioning the way it should be, it's not, it's, you know, it's a virus. It's just like any other virus. Our body can actually have the ability to fight it off. We just need to give it the right tools, and there are actually a lot of things that we take in our environment that actually may block the immune system. So, you know, there's lots of things that we can actually do to take the power back into our own body. You know, trust. That's the other thing, is have trust that your body knows how to heal, because it does. It does. We don't always need to be adding so many synthetic things to the body, which actually confuses the body. And we also need to have faith. So another client that I'm thinking of now, she was put in a situation where she was made to feel fearful and worried about certain viruses. Okay, and there's literally, you know, some people do get sick and some people have very mild symptoms, and it's really, you know, I don't know whether it's luck of the draw or, you know, immune system building that we need to focus on, but we shouldn't be made to have that fear around it either, because that's not actually helping. When we have fear, stress and worry, we actually get sicker. So it's not okay to so if someone has put, you know, fearful ideas into your head, then kind of take a step back and think about, well, what's their perspective, and should I really be focusing on that? Because that's not going to be helping us either. Quercetin is kind of more natural in comparison to ivermectin. Yeah, there are actually other things that we can do, but that is probably the case. I'd have to look at, I know that no, it's not ivermectin. I'm thinking of hydroxychloroquine. Yeah, I'm getting confused. But anyway, so, you know, just think about that, and think about, you know, what we can actually be doing to actually support the immune system. Now, if you type in the search bar, I have done a lot of immune system building videos before. If you think I should be doing more, I can do a whole video series of immune system videos as well. So if you think I should be doing that, then let us know. I'm more than happy to, you know, share the information that people actually need, that's relevant and for now. But anyway, my time is